Against premarital sex. The importance of marriage. Engaging in premarital sex reflects a person's self-interest and their own desires. It causes people to become more likely to view others as an object as opposed to a human being. People reject reason and give in to their idea of freedom by not being committed to the person they are with. It gives the individual a false sense that they have the freedom to do what they please. Unplanned pregnancy. When two people are not married, having a child who is unplanned can cause there to be a strain on the relationship between the parents and the child. Women are more likely to develop depression after giving birth to a child that was unintended. They are also at a greater risk of experiencing domestic violence. Men are less likely to be involved in their child's life. Unmarried men have a higher chance of leaving their child.
Single parents. Couples who end up marrying after an unplanned pregnancy are much more likely to get a divorce. Children who grow up with one parent experience a loss of connection from one of their parents, typically their father. The absence of a father can have a negative impact on developing children. Children raised by single parents also have a higher chance of dropping out of high school, not attending college, or end up having kids as a teenager. Teen pregnancy. Many pregnant teens drop out of high school and do not attend college. Approximately only 50% of teenagers who have children end up receiving a high school diploma by the time they are 22. Children who are raised by teen mothers also have a higher chance of following in their footsteps. Teen pregnancy continued. Teenagers lack the skills to raise children, which affects the development of their child. Many teen mothers end up raising the child on their own, which leads them to struggle financially due to their lack of support. It can also cause them to be harsher parents or develop depression.
Abortion. The result of premarital sex can lead to unplanned pregnancies. About 50% of unplanned pregnancies lead to women getting an abortion. Abortions can lead to medical complications during the procedure like cervical injury, infection, or even possible death. Women can face emotional distress due to the very emotional experience of having an abortion. STDs. STDs can be passed by having sex with someone that had sexual relationships with another person who might have had an infection or gotten it from another person without using a condom. Embarrassment. For decades, sexual education in the United States has also been shaped and influenced by moral and religious forces. Many families don't believe in premarital sex. As their kids grow older, they will not have sex before marriage, so they won't be an embarrassment to the family.
Morality. It can be easy to take advantage of people regarding premarital sex. Some people don't know what they're doing and they just may want to do it to be cool or to just say they are not a virgin, when in reality they do not really know what they are getting into. In marriage, there's a commitment to one another. With premarital sex, it can be easy to be betrayed and left by your partner. If something were to go wrong, such as an unplanned pregnancy, many fathers will take the easy way out and leave to never show up again. Religion. Many religions go against premarital sex. Most consider it a sin. Paul the Apostle on premarital sex in the Bible. Now concerning the matters about which you wrote, it is good for a man not to have sexual relations, but because of the temptation to sexual immorality, each man should have his own wife and each woman her own husband. The husband should give to his wife her conjugal rights, and likewise the wife to her husband. For the wife does not have authority over her own body, but the husband does. Likewise, the husband does not have authority over his own body, but the wife does. Hebrews 13:4 says, "Let marriage be held in honor among all, and let the marriage bed be undefiled, for God will judge the sexually immoral and adulterous." If you are a Christian, the Bible seems to be clear on the topic of premarital sex. Conclusion. It is the parents as well as the child's best interest for marriage to happen before a sexual relationship starts. There are far too many repercussions of premarital sex. Relationships are much more meaningful when people wait for marriage and children are much more likely to have a stronger development when raised by both parents. Nietzsche made it a point to compare humans to beasts and emphasize the selfishness of people. Those who give in to premarital sex are more like to objectify others and are being selfish and taking advantage of others to fulfill a desire. There needs to be an aspect of commitment in order for a relationship to survive and develop.